One rainy afternoon, a sweet old lady named Mrs. Penny walked through the busy market. Her purse, decorated with colorful flowers, held her most precious things, a vintage phone filled with memories and photos, and some money saved for a special surprise for her granddaughter. Suddenly, a sneaky thief snatched her purse before she could blink. Mrs. Penny felt lost and scared. Rain poured down, soaking her clothes. Seeking shelter, she saw a fancy restaurant named the Golden Spoon and stepped inside. Warm light and the delicious smell of bread welcomed her, but instead of kindness, she felt everyone staring. The grumpy manager, Mr. Biggles, frowned at her. When Mrs. Penny politely asked to use a phone, hoping for a taxi, Mr. Biggles was rude. He thought she was a beggar and shooed her out, not caring that she was upset. Just as Mrs. Penny felt most alone, a kind young waiter named Alex saw everything. Unlike the rude manager, Alex had a warm smile and a caring heart. He couldn't stand how Mr. Biggles treated her, so he secretly offered Mrs. Penny a warm towel, some bread, and a cool glass of water. They sat together in a quiet corner. Mrs. Penny, feeling much better, told Alex about her stolen phone and how she missed talking to her granddaughter. Alex, touched by her story, shared his dream of traveling and becoming a photographer. They talked like friends, forgetting the rain outside that slowly stopped, replaced by sunshine peeking through the clouds. 2 weeks later, Mrs. Penny, looking happy and fresh in a new outfit, walked back to the Golden Spoon. This time, everyone was surprised to see her confidence stride. She went straight to the manager's counter, ignoring Mr. Biggles' snooty greeting. Mrs. Penny surprised everyone by asking for a table and specifically requesting Alex as her waiter. Mr. Biggles was confused. "Alex, but he's just a waiter," he grumbled. Mrs. Penny smiled, a secret glint in her eyes. Leaning closer, she revealed a surprising truth. "Actually, Mr. Biggles, Alex is about to be the new manager here." Mr. Biggles' jaw dropped. "What do you mean?" he stammered, worried. Mrs. Penny revealed a big secret. "You see, Mr. Biggles," she began, "the Golden Spoon isn't just any restaurant. My grandson, David, owns it." Everyone gasped. David, Mrs. Penny's kind and caring grandson, was the real owner. He'd been keeping an eye on the restaurant and saw how Mr. Biggles treated customers, especially Mrs. Penny. Because of Alex's kindness, David decided to make him the new manager. Mr. Biggles, ashamed and realizing his mistake, could only stare at Alex with a grateful smile, was given the manager's badge. Mrs. Penny, happy for Alex and proud of her grandson David, knew kindness always wins in the end, no matter how rainy the day starts. Here are some morals you can take away from the story. Kindness is always rewarded. Even though Mrs. Penny was treated poorly by the manager, Alex's kindness towards her ultimately led to him becoming the new manager. It shows that being kind to others, even in small ways, can have positive consequences. Don't judge a book by its cover. Mr. Biggles judged Mrs. Penny based on her appearance and assumed she was a beggar. This turned out to be a big mistake. It emphasizes the importance of getting to know someone before making assumptions. Looks can be deceiving. The fancy restaurant, the Golden Spoon, didn't live up to its name because of the manager's rudeness. It highlights how appearances can be misleading and true value lies elsewhere. Good things come to those who wait. Mrs. Penny might have had a rough start, but her patience and good heart led to a happy ending for her and Alex. It shows that perseverance and a positive attitude can eventually lead to good results. Family sticks together. David, Mrs. Penny's grandson, secretly owned the restaurant and made sure kindness was rewarded by promoting Alex. It emphasizes the importance of family looking out for each other. Thank you for watching and listening. Your support means a lot. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future.